Hello. Good to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein and the Road to 100, where today we're going to close out 66 stars. Yay! And the interesting part about what we're going to be going for today is that...
Do anything you might regret.
Oh, we're going to regret this, EO. Don't worry, we are going to regret this. But the Tyrant's Labrys actually is a pretty monstrous weapon. And the interesting part about this is that it can actually have incredible amounts of damage when you go for the charge attacks. It's not the most charge attacks out of, any weapon in the game, but it is one of the highest charge attacks valued that you can come across just because of how the scaling happens with it. And as you'll see here, it has scales with mind and willpower. And since we are going for mind and a little bit of willpower in our blood code here, we're going to be going up against all of the stamina here with Fion, and so you'll see how this thing actually can massively take down the enemy in not just a few swings, but it is a considerable amount of swings. But at the same time, it does have quite a bit of damage output possible, and you'll notice here that we're only at 90 weight, 90.9, and so it's very light for what its weight is. And if we wanted to, we could go for the Devour version and get even lighter with a huge amount of increase, 50% increase in our drain rating. So a little bit less damage, but you gain that 50% increase to your drain rating. And you can see our stockpile here of axes that we've had along the way. So there's not much difference between the intensified and the fortified. However, the intensified does have a stronger scaling, but the damage goes down from the physical. And so what that means is that when the charge attack happens, there's an explosion that happens, and so that explosion there will be more on the intensified, but since the actual full damage value went down, the weapon will do less damage overall. So as we get into this here, we're going to try for a bunch of charge attacks and such. So we'll have to try it out here and see how we do. Now we have Io along just because she knows how to stay alive, and she's very good at staying alive. So we will have to get a few hits off, try and get try and get some I-core here along the way. Okay. Oh boy. Wow, we are pretty much already dead. You're right, Io, that is not good. Okay, there we go. Whoops. Okay, now we can go for charge attacks. Okay, and you can see there that it does stagger him a little bit. Okay, and let's go for this. Let's go for heal. Let's go for red shoes. And we'll see what he's gonna do here. Okay, and that's... Okay, we staggered him there. So you can see how, how this is totally not, in our wheelhouse of expertise here. But if we can get a couple of these attacks off, we can have very good ability here to charge up and dominate this guy. Okay, good. Let's see what he's gonna do here. Okay, and oops, and Io's gonna grab us. Yep, Io's gone, and we don't have enough I-core. Whoop. Okay, and can we get a charge? Nope. Alright, so you can see that, in theory, it's a great idea, but the frames that we're waiting for everything to happen, it's just not enough for what we're going through. But we can still make a good effort here. Okay, and that's an opening for us. And we're dead. Oh no. Okay, he's almost dead. But you can see that, it is a huge amount of chunky damage that does come out in the end. And the cool thing about that whole idea is that if you can get the charge attacks off much faster, then you will be at a position that will allow you to stagger him more often with the explosion that happens. But you can see that the I-core requirements are way higher than what we need. And so if we switch to the I-core version, you can see a considerable difference in how we go about getting how we get I-core back. And as you can see there, we're already almost dead, but you can see the I-core recovery difference is considerable. Okay. Okay, and let's go for red shoes now. Okay, let's go ahead and heal. Whoops. And let's get some I-core here. Okay. Alright. And he's transitioning again, that's good. Okay. Okay. Good. Oh, whoops, we were too close there. Okay, and let's go ahead and back off and heal. But you can see that if the charge boosters are running there for us, then we're actually in pretty good shape to actually get several of the attacks off. There goes EO, she just gets plastered across the room. But it's pretty amazing how you can actually turn this into some pretty devastating damage. If you're able to have all of the charge boosters going. The minute that you have any delay in between them, all of a sudden things don't work out exceptionally well. But you can see that with the increased I-core, we have access to our gifts much more often. Okay, let's pick up our haze here. Oh. And because we are running slash damage here against him, I mean, he is running slash against us. We are having a very bad time because he is very damaging for slash. Okay, and one more. Nope. Okay, and he's gonna transition, so we'll heal up. We'll get red shoes going. Heal up again. But that's the real problem, is that we have no damage reduction on this guy. Okay, and he absolutely will destroy us no matter what we do. Okay, and let's go ahead and heal up again. Okay, and there's nothing we can really do about each of his engagements here, because everything he's going to do is way more damage than what we're able to survive. As you can see there, one hit and all of our health is gone. So that is an oopsie doopsie that we don't have any real ability to survive pretty much any of his attacks. Now if we switch it up here and go for this guy, we can have an incredible amount of slash resistance built in. We're still at the normal weight limit, and so we can do that, and we can change it around here to actually survive several hits without getting one shot. So the one shots are typically where the depression factor starts to set in, because you realize that well, there's nothing you can do except just take it in the face, and that is a sad way to go. Okay, and nope, couldn't get that last one off, but it costs us 2 I-core to do one of those attacks, so it's important that we get them off when we're capable of having I-core ready and available. Oops. And you can see there that we took some hits, but it didn't matter because we were able to survive pretty easily, all things considered there. Oops. Okay, let's go for a charge here. There we go. And a lot of times we do have a really, really good chance of staggering this guy, as you can see there. Okay, let's go for another charge booster. Okay, and that's a good time. Okay. Whoa. He just came out of nowhere and clocked me in the face. So we'll go ahead and wait for the cleansing light to kick in all the way there. Get 75% of that health back. Okay. Oh boy. So you can see how much of a difference it sure makes. Whoops. It makes to be able to, you know, take the hit and not have significant problems there. All right. Whoops. Thanks, EO. Okay, so he's back against us. So we do have to be a little bit careful here to go for those openings. Go get him, EO. Yeah, get him. I'll heal up. I do need some ichor because EO's almost gonna die here. So that's very, very bad. So there we go. We got... Whoop. Okay. We'll get a little bit of ichor here. Whoa. Okay. This is not one of those weapons that, you know, I would ultimately recommend for this fight, obviously. But it is one of those interesting weapons that you do get it very early on, and it can actually sustain you all the way to the end here, which is pretty amazing that that's even the case. Oh boy. Oh, Eo's dead. Oh, we're alive. And we got her up. Unbelievable. Okay, let's go ahead and heal. And let's try and get all of our heals here. Oh. Okay, we are going to need everything possible here. Okay, and let's get this. Alright. And let's go for a time crunch. And that stagger ability is excellent, that it allows us the chance to get another attack off. As you can see there, the stagger potential of this allowed us the chance and ability to finish him off there at the end. So excellent. So we finish 66 stars, and there's 67 stars coming towards us. Save is complete. So we are completely capable now to rock on into 67 stars. And that was a little bit more longer of a fight and a little more difficult than it needed to be. There you go. We have 67 stars. But the reality is that, you know, if you choose pretty much anything in Vayne and you are, you know, capable to understand when and where your openings are, and we can, you know, continue to help you guys understand where those openings are, and changing, you know, one or two things along the way are sometimes the things that, you know, are the difference between victory and, you know, losing for hours and hours and hours. Now, the interesting thing here is that Cognitive Zeal gives us one half step in our mind and one half step in our willpower, which is why Bridge to Glory is crossed out, because it needs a B+, and Time Crunch needs a C in willpower, and so this also needs a C in willpower. And so Mind Willpower Up here at this point from Cognitive Zeal gives us the ability to run all 3 of these only if this is active. So that's why this is always our first gift to activate, and then these 3 follow on in quick succession. And if we have enough ichor for it, then we go for these 2 so we can continue doing charge attacks and damaging the enemy. But as you'll notice in some of those charge attacks, we were doing some pretty hefty, chunky amounts of damage there. And it was very, very good that we were able to continually do that towards the end. And the more charge attacks you get off, the more stagger you do on him. And that'll get him down into that phase, that stagger potential. As you saw, we got him into the stagger twice, and that typically doesn't happen in his fight. Most of the time you only get the first one, that's guaranteed. In the fight, he will stagger once, guaranteed. You can't go through the fight without him staggering once. And that second stagger is just really, really rare. So that's a real treat that we got to see that. And also we got to do it with the Devour version here in order to keep up those ichor requirements, because these gifts do not last very long, so except for Red Shoes and Cognitive Zeal. Other than that, the rest of them are pretty short. So even with gift extension, the fight does turn into a fairly long fight for Vayne, and it's all we can do to keep those active. So this is closing out 66 stars, and we'll see you guys next time in 67 stars, and we'll have something planned for you guys there. Also, we'll be continuing on with the gift explanation series as well, and I want to get a bunch of those going, and so head on over and check out that playlist as well. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.